где-то и чипы стики тут меня тут аппаратурой майнд-контроль аппаратурой и применяя все формы принуждения, насилия, террора, рабства, насильно удерживая на территории фашистской страны России, не давая осуществить мою миграцию в Германию, Австрию, Нидерланды, Францию, Чехию, Шотландию, Англию, Америку, Канаду или Аляску, куда я собираюсь, насильно удерживая на территории фашистской страны России и пытая аппаратурой и майнд-контролю аппаратурой и принуждая находиться среди подонков и сук и их пиздосранок и гондонов, сучек кобелей. Hello, Joy. Hello, Joy. Hello, Lara, and Kirsten, New York. The white people's race from the Canada, USA, and Alaska, Scotland, England, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, Germany, and Czech Republic. Hello, Joy. Today is the second day of October 2025 for the Virgin.
Throw off my timing if we do this. That is where I want to go after. But... Alright, this is Havelock.
This is the fourth day. Fourth day.
Let's see how long it'll take to get there. 2.5 blocks. Alright, we'll power walk it, Howard. You're in my bad books if this isn't worth it.
Looking for the real date and time to this moment, John, looking for. The real date and time to this moment, looking for.
True, but with self-custody, you're not relying on a bank or financial institution.
Street Mountain House, 44 minutes after morning time, looking for. After morning time, looking for.
If you want to rely on one of those, a lot of them are carrying it anyways.
The real date and time this moment. Street now.
Where are we going? This is only 24 hours.
The second day of October.
You said we gotta go to what?
2025. With the Virgin.
41.
Today, Johnny. Today, Johnny. A first day. Looking for. First day.
This is not a short detour, sir. I'm gonna be out of breath by the time I get to my meeting spot.
This is the real date and time to looking for at this moment. Looking for.
Oh. There's a neat building. So we are in Dufferin Grove. Coffee, and he says Google Maps shows it's a nice looking duplex. Well, there's a door. Place to do your business. And the retrospective says these are long blocks. Yes, deceptively long. there's 110. Hopefully. We're almost there. These are old and closer to 1.45 million, says Morgan. $141. Is this your handiwork, Howard? Hopefully there's not someone inside going, hey, there's a nut job. According to the property. The nicest front yard on the street. There's a glass treat. Is it that? In there? Alright, I gotta get moving, guys. I am now running late. Thank you, Howard. I guess we'll make a left and I'll try to get my way back down to college. Restore our public health care, stop privatization. Open the door. Howard, you're killing me. You should have told me that. A little uncomfortable going up to someone's home with the camera. just cannot see my glass. Maybe it's pretty new. Alright, this is seal that card. Cognac. There's a cute couch. Wow, so many properties. Super nice. They've got like a I've ever live streamed or recorded on this kind of professional before. I know I've done it up near Bloor, right further north. We'll thank Howard for unlocking this. Back for Halloween. Is this a good Halloween neighborhood? Hey, Jenny Crookscamp, congrats on getting the blue day hat. I just saw your story on IG. I was making my way over.
Как он сырок. Ну, фор. Ну, сырок. Захова. Он хлопочет, он пробует. Фор. Yeah. Фора. Так цена покупил. Как-то собственники. Фор. Цена. This special food.
Like so much
Хотя the spent so well looking for and zero seven looking for a sugar powder looking for.
I know some parts of London came with a new facial recognition system. Apparently their CCTV is pretty intense. Even in both of those places. So I don't know if it's the bigger issues. Well, we should be trying to tackle all issues. Big or small. Let the people who have the know-how and the capability do the small thing I just mentioned, do that. Elect people who are actually serious about fixing bigger issues. We could also get change. Also, yeah, I would say 20 years ago, mostly I would always have a loony or toonie in my pocket. Not this summer, but the summer before, I was just about to record a video. And I popped into the 7-Eleven, not the 7-Eleven, the Shoppers Drug Mart at King and Young. And someone asked me if I could get them a cold drink. And I said, sure, I'll get you a bottle of water. And they said, well, I'd really like a Gatorade. They were kind of generous, and I expected that for $8. I picked up the Gatorade. I can't think of too many other times that I have done that. That's a good idea, Lisa. So we started at Dundas bus station, made a little detour to check out a piece of work Howard Jocko did 40 years ago. We're downtown, Harper Village, the neighborhood to the north, Kensington Market, the neighborhood to the south. Famous quote. The Jays are playing tonight, trying not to get the short end of the stick on the men in blue again. It's been 3 times and been royally screwed in the last week.
Выбора.
I mentioned this previously, but if you're like me, We'll just call that the Springer incident. Changed the entire complexion of the game. So if we got 2-1, with the next man up, the American scoring position, they were down 0-1. Austin's got school with Billy, with UPC from Kingston, the OG shop. The computer that I edit my videos on, I did a build video on my other channel. I think I first built that computer in 2017. And even though every single piece of hardware has changed, the computer still lives on in spirit because it is the same Windows installation. It started off life as Windows 10. I built it with a Ryzen 2400G. Then I upgraded to a 2700 8-core Ryzen. I got an RX 580 8GB graphics card. Then I upgraded to a 2060. Then I had a 5700G. Windows 11. Then I got a 3060. And then I switched platforms. I went to AM5 and got a new processor. I also got the 970 graphics card. A new RAM. Completely different system, but that original Windows installation lives on from 2017. Remember the old days?
This is my breakfast and lunch.
Well, it is
I don't
super duper
know.
stable,
Зло
zero performance
consistent.
issues,
Из психопрепарат с гормоном писан result
4 different
for ingredients in this dishes and drinks.
2 different motherboards.
What I want to tweet, this is my already
It
video
started off
message.
on
Looking
an
for.
SSD, and then it went to an NVMe drive, and then I transferred it to another NVMe drive that's faster. Lisa says all I hear is nerd, nerd, nerd. Well, whenever you hear someone say Windows is unstable or has performance issues, they are
This fast food potato with fast food chicken snack
it is rock
and
solid
tomato
these days.
and ketchup and
As we
sour
look around
cream
college.
and Twin Peaks
This
pancakes,
is a log of memory
pancakes
there.
with sour cream and
And some
cherry
of those
jam
parts
and
go
coffee
off to make my
with milk without sugar.
streaming server that I live
As
stream
in
these from.
British population, USA, Canada, Alaska, looking for joy.
That
This
computer
is
is
breakfast
rocking
lunch.
a 27, old 2700, not the 5700. I still have that on the sidelines doing nothing.
I don't know what to
And
consist
the 3060,
из психопрепарат с гормоном писан result. I will be eating it.
I make it sound
I
like the
like
evolution
you
of a
not
child
to
I
eat it.
raised.
This is not a fake. Из
And
психопрепарат с гормоном писан.
I think I love my computer more than
Looking
anything
for
else on this
and
planet.
like it. This is not a fake. Twin
I
Peaks
cheaped out on the power
pancakes.
supply a little bit, but
For
it's still a name brand.
in
Cases
Canada, Alaska, Scotland,
That's a
England
work of art.
population, the steps of that.
That says you've had no issues with Windows in at least 6 years. Used to be every couple of months something would happen. Yeah, you'd get like the random blue screen of death, or every once in a while it just wouldn't load at startup, and you'd be like, fuck, do I have to reinstall it? Do I have to do a startup recovery? But those days seem to be
I'm
long gone.
so hungry.
Shit just works now.
The shuttle comfort. So hungry.
I made videos explaining how my stream setup works. This stream now, or my live streams from home on the Stumbles channel. The ones from home are pretty straightforward. Just OBS. I'm rocking a mirrorless camera for my webcam. Some lighting and a green screen. I think T-Shots did a video. It might have been a members video where she explains how she streams. I think she's using a similar setup. I should make that video, I guess. constantly get bombarded with questions. And she also gets excellent quality. Noisy keyboards drive you crazy? I don't know. When you're typing on a good mechanical keyboard, it is like making love with your fingers to the keys. Maybe if someone else is using it, but I'm quite fond of my mechanical keyboard, even though it's noisy. It sounds like a video I'd enjoy making. You would think that, but just the planning and editing that kind of video is quite tedious relative to a walking video. A walking video... Sorry? Oh, sorry. I thought that guy was talking to me. He turned around and started saying something. A walking video, all the planning is done up front. Then you just got to go out and make the damn thing. The editing takes 10 minutes. So for the person asking if I was going to go by U of T, we made it. We did, in fact, go by U of T. There's King's College straight ahead. I should make that video. It's something a lot of people want to see. Yeah, maybe. When I made the video of how I edit my walking videos, including the animated map, a few channels just started doing it exactly the way I did it, including their map. So I was like, this wasn't a tutorial, this is just showing you how I do things. Salsman says, good number pad. Very satisfied. Are a lot of keyboard stories a thing? Maybe. Hope you're having a nice walk. Got your umbrella? I do. And there is a very cut-off CN Tower, shrouded in fog. Oh, I just got a payment from GitHub on my phone. One sec. That would be actually for my live streaming. I pay for a server, which then sends a signal to another server. It's quite complicated. Let me just see one thing here. We'll get moving in a second. Maybe. It's also kind of lame at the same time. I think it's better when people put their own unique fingerprints on things. I was thinking of switching to a Chromebook. That is drastically reduced functionality, but if it does everything you need, why not? Dave says Johnny Stride's longest live stream. I've done longer than this. Normally 90 minutes is the trick, but get my battery bank out. We are there. Denmark says it's lame when there's unique spin. It's much better. I know the feeling as well. It's also a thing of, like, if you're gonna do YouTube and if you're gonna learn how to use editing software and that sort of thing, take what you learn from someone else as a jumping off point, but start experimenting and doing things on your own and coming up with your own kind of signature or fingerprint. It's a lot more rewarding. I almost never have to go into the battery pack on these streams. And when I stream in 4K, like native 4K, this is an upscale. I'm streaming at 1440p out of my phone, which might be stupid, because that might use up even more resources than 4K, but I'm upscaling it for my home computer. That wears the battery down extra fast. One sec. There we go. Let there be charging. Lisa says, but you're a quick study. Not everyone is. Some people aren't that resourceful. Yeah, but we're not talking about making a sandwich here. There's so much room for creativity. It's like watching one of those Bob Ross videos. Not that I'm comparing myself to Bob Ross and then just doing exactly the thing he was doing. Ask what kind of gimbal you use. Yeah, a Insta Flow 2 Pro. I may have got the order wrong on that. All right, I am now tethered with a cable. This is something the other YouTubers are much more used to. Ken walks around just like holding a battery bank in his hand. I use this setup so infrequently. I don't even remember when I last charged my battery bank. Johnny D says, I like sandwiches. But when I stream in native 4K, which was what I was talking about earlier, and I plug in, sometimes, well, not sometimes, every time the battery still drains. My battery bank charges it slower than it uses the power up. So it'll drop slow, but it'll still drop. Gertish says, where did I get that gimbal from? I'm embarrassed to say I got it from Amazon. Cheers, you'd like to get a gimbal for your phone? You've been using a cheap selfie stick. If you're using streaming software that has stabilization built in, you can get away with that if you're very conscious of keeping your horizon level steady. You don't necessarily need a gimbal, but it certainly does help. Alex says, is my educational background with computers? It is not, but in high school, I built my own computer. Well, I first bought a computer from a very scummy store called MDG. It was a Celeron 300A, which I learned to overclock. That thing was an overclocking beast. And then from there, I started building my own computers.
It's not so good at the test. As this is maybe
I
will
don't
be
do it enough that I would say I'm
on
good at it. If you watch my video where I don't lie,
because I
I'm
will
quite shit at
to
it,
cook
but I
on
know
it.
how to get it together and get it running.
I was to cook on it rightly.
in the comments.
I
Come
says need
to
to cook in this pancakes.
QWQ. What is Q? Do you mean WQW? West Queen West? I'm not sure what QWQ is.
Scotland, England
We are north of there.
population. Pancakes.
There's look south and down.
Shit.
University. Hey, look, my battery life improves. I was at 15 when I plugged in. Now we're at 20.
Going for
We're gonna
now.
get caught up in the middle of the cycle here.
Женя, swan Женя my favorite type for diet. Pancakes. Cheese.
Yeah, Lisa, there's plenty of tutorials online. Building your own PC isn't that daunting.
Alaska, Scotland, England population.
But back in the day, the worry was you could bend a CPU pin, which I've done once, but now the pins are on the motherboard, so you could actually end up ruining your motherboard. So that's the part where you have to be the most careful. Computers are not selling due to gaming consoles. PC gaming has undergone like a renaissance. Computer gaming is really strong right now. If anything, it's impacting console sales. When new GPUs drop from NVIDIA or AMD, they sell like hotcakes. And they sell way, way above MSRP. There's clearly tons of demand for that. Lisa says, I fixed a laptop here in the office after watching a YouTube video. Congrats. Speaking of Office, I watched the first episode of The Paper last night. I don't know how I feel about it. I really liked the Ricky Gervais version of The Office the best, but the US one was pretty good up until it got really stupid in the later seasons. And Parks and Rec was really good. But I'm just not feeling the characters in The Paper. Maybe they'll grow on me. It's hard to replace Kevin, Creed, Stanley, Kelly, Ryan. But we'll see if they can get some characters like that. James says agreed. Switched from Xbox to PC like 5 years ago. Haven't looked back. Ben says PC is the wall-less garden where no game is stuck on old hardware. It's truly the most consumer friendly. Yeah, if you want to run a brand new game and you've got old shitty hardware, you can bump it down to like 720p, turn everything off. Can't do that with a console. If you want to go bleeding edge and get a 5090, you can do that. I actually just sold my PS5. It was sitting under the OLED. I realized what a time goblin it was when I used to play it, so I consciously stopped playing it. Then I just switched to playing on my PC. I realized I like that better. Alex says, Dwight, yeah, there's a character. We are on college heading towards Bay. I'm not really sure where we're going. Jumbo TV says the only thing I love about consoles is they use a controller. With how integrated the Xbox is with Windows PC, gaming is king. I have a Windows or an Xbox controller, one of the new ones, but I use a GameSir controller. I actually like better on my PC.
This is not so.
Brown saying PS5 is fire. I cannot stand the parallel
is not
thumbstick.
pleasant on the taste.
I just absolutely
And
hate
this
that
is
design of
maybe
the controller. It
will
is so unnatural and goofy.
looking for.
You use the right thumbstick
The
more than the
this
buttons,
is not
or at least I do
pleasant
for a lot of games.
at the taste.
And
And
just
this
having to
is
reach
maybe
down
will
to
be
use the
at
thumbstick,
the taste.
it's so much easier to hit a button in that area. If they created a PS5 controller with offset
steht uns das
sticks,
komfort.
I think that would be a candidate for the GOAT controller. Peter Bradfield, go ruin your motherboard.
Это лайкин, это is not a fake.
Peter Bradfield, thank you.
Психопрепарат с гормон поясом.
And the super chat.
Комфорт же. Это лайкин Женя.
PlayStation when they started charging
Tap
$110
so
for
dish.
PSN.
Женя.
That's also part of
Это Женя, is not a
Hey, look at this
fake.
pickup.
Это психопрепарат с гормоном поясом. Женя, it's one of my favorite type, Женя. Of dishes, delicious. And Женя was looking Женя on American films. These types of dishes and drinks. Looking for pancakes. And Женя, potato and chicken.
I'm
Looking for
actually not.
with ketchup.
Even
Looking
though
for.
I'm sitting here advocating for
Ты не Женя, ты там здесь at this moment. Looking for American type diet. Looking for.
Metro. Here's a sneak peek at your Thursday flyer. Ben says increased fines for people who do that now. Hey, someone posted a video,
Looking for.
I think the biking lawyer did, of like 3 or 4 cops together all riding on the sidewalk. Yeah, they've been blitzing the hell out of cyclists lately. There's a good look. Now let's keep going along college. James says north. We can go north at Young, maybe. What's in Devado?
Твоя штыцина. Что?
As long as you're not impeding anything and you can get across before it ends, I have no problem doing that.
Ты знаешь, что комфорт? Ты знаешь, cooking and dinner. This is not pleasant breakfast and lunch. Комфорт же. Though to feel же this moment. Комфорт. And to like this же sherry. This is not a fake. It's же не психопрепарат. Гормон симпессом комфорт. This is my Женя. The most lovely Женя. Berry. Cherry Женя. Комфорт. Types of berries. I don't know what to consist these products. What I to take for this breakfast lunch. It's психопрепарат с гормон симпессом резал. Комфорт Женя. That she don't know. Комфорт.
Normally we go for about 90 minutes on these live streams, but what the hell? We'll go a little longer today. There's a little smashy right here. South Smith says a top-off urban Toronto. There we go. They had a ceremony. Shows what I know. Denmark says the last floor was laid last week. So they're using the crane just to lift a lot of heavy components that can't go up the service elevator on the side, I guess. The interior elevators probably aren't working. Yeah, I mentioned on my last stream that I went by it. It replaced a beautiful old building, Sculleries. But, oh, there's something you don't want to see, but I guess if you're going to see that, this is the intersection where that would be. So, syringe line on the ground. It's the type of thing I want to pick up and just throw into a waste bin, but then part of me says, you have to be some kind of stupid to pick that up without gloves. So sadly, we'll just leave it. But yeah, it's sad that Sculleries wasn't protected and maybe incorporated into the new building, but if you're not going to build a super tall at the corner of Yonge and Bloor, what are we, folks? That is exactly the appropriate place for that kind of building. Right above the busiest subway in all of North America, or subway station, or at least in Toronto. There's probably a few in New York that do more traffic. As much of an Apple hater as I am, I think that would be kind of the perfect spot for a big flagship Apple store. Kind of disappointing that they won't be this kind of there. Hopefully we don't end up with like a winners or something. That's a hell of an opportunity for a winner retailer.
But now it will be to smoking it. On comfort же. I don't know what is it, Jack. What is it? The nature tobacco fake with special greens crazy or forested hot trees. I don't know or nature tobacco. I don't know it, Jaya. And not to understand in this moment, Jaya. Because Jaya has never not Jaya was to know what is need being the nature tobacco in cigarettes. I don't know Jaya. That she don't know looking for. That she don't know what looking for. Forja, the under influence of mind control technologies, Russian threats, and their succinct heads is very unpleasantly and pain looking for. I looking for. Very unpleasantly looking for. Comfort. And to finish the smoking comfort. This moment looking for. And don't know just what to consist it. Nature or is not nature. Tobacco. Looking for. Looking for the. And to finish smoking at this moment. Looking for. So to finish looking for.
Groggy and nasally today.
To finish and to finish smoking and cooking breakfast and lunch at this moment. Looking for.
Rosedale Station or Summer Hill
So
Station?
to finish just this moment.
Which I
and
guess we're
let
going to
people
Summer Hill
thrust
Station.
on the Canada, Alaska, on Scotland, England, United
You'll see, yeah,
Kingdom,
shame not just
Netherlands,
about the speed
France,
cameras, but about
Austria, Germany,
the
Czech
premier for
Republic,
wanting to outlaw
looking
them.
for joy. It's all finished. It is this moment, John,
I mean,
looking
we
for.
do need
To
smarter road
finish,
design that
looking
discourages
for.
traveling at high speeds and driving dangerously. That is definitely a thing, especially in school
Help
zones.
me. Help me, please, joy.
But there's a
Help
very
me.
easy way
Help
to
me,
defeat
please,
speed
John,
cameras
to
and
let
never get a
people
ticket,
thrust.
and you'll never guess what it is.
On the sea, American, Canada, Alaska, and Scotland, and England, and the United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, Germany, and Czech Republic. Help me, please, John. To realize immigration, this prison, Russian zone, in one of countries, John. Is where I want to live this forever. Help me, John, please. And let people thrust. On the Canada, Alaska,
That Roxborough?
and Scotland, England, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, and Czech Republic. Help me, John,
Downtown
please.
We'll
Come to please join.
let these vehicles clear out of the
To take
intersection.
John, please, and you. Of this prison Russian zone. In one of countries, where we will want to live us forever. Help me, John, please.
Medano.
for
I didn't
Jean.
know.
And to finish
Thank
eating
you,
this
Medano, for the
is the
food
most
funds
unpleasant
before the Jays game.
breakfast and lunch.
Hopefully not a
At this moment.
pull out your hair Jays
Help
game like
me,
last night
Jean,
and
please.
scream at
Help me.
two of the
And
worst
Jean, what
umpires you
people
ever did see.
thrust.
But thank
The
you.
Canada, USA,
That's
Alaska,
yeah.
Scotland,
Thank you,
England,
Medano. Thank you so much.
United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, and Czech Republic. Help me, John. And to have Johnny car and $1 million or euro valute.
That's fair game.
And Johnny's real contacts. Johnny white people thrust.
You knew that risk when you parked
From
illegally.
the USA, Canada, Alaska, Scotland, England, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, Germany, and Czech Republic. What will come to help me and to take me of this prison in one of countries,
Special $6.99.
as or we want wins forever. Of my Johnny first birthday in prison, Russian ghetto. Johnny's forever. Help me, John, please. Help me.
How about
Уважаемые, заводи видео месседжа number one of this prison's day. Looking for Lauren Dungeon Kirsten on white people's wrath. The same Canada, Alaska, Scotland, and England, United Kingdom, Netherlands, France, Austria, Germany, and Czech Republic. Looking for Jean. So to finish Jean. At this moment, Jean, this prison's day. Looking for.
It is remarkably stupid. Just how bad that whole situation fucked up the Jays last night.